Make it happen. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the July 3rd meeting of the San Dimas Rotary Club. It is a happy new year for us as our new year just started on July 1st. My name is Steve Scott. I'm the president of the Rotary Club. I've been a Rotarian for about 15 years now. Current president, past secretary, past treasurer. Very happy to be here. I am also a State Farm agent in the city of San Dimas. Let's go around the wheel and give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. Marilyn Sparks, how are you today? We'll move on, give Marilyn a chance to come back through. Hi, Marianne. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Steve. I'm Marianne Kistler. I'm the current foundation chair. I have been in Rotary over 27, 30 years. I can never keep it together for that.
It's 31 now.
Is it 31? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And I just love Rotary. Thank you.
And we love that you're here. Thanks very much, Marianne.
Thank you.
Marilyn, welcome back. How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
Great.
My name is Marilyn Sparks. I am a Rotarian, I think maybe a year, still somewhat of a newbie. I am a local farmers insurance agent, and I serve as the Los Angeles County Insurance Commissioner.
Thank you so much for being here, Marilyn. And Sylvia, how are you today?
Good. Thank you. My name is Sylvia Melendez. I'm the CEO of the San Dimas Chamber of Commerce.
Great to have you here, Sylvia. Mr. Johnson, how's everything, sir?
Doing well, except hot. My name is Glenn Johnson. I'm a charter member of the Satellite Rotary Club.
Thanks for being here, Glenn. And Raymond Foster, how's everything?
Excellent. And you've got Mike Wallace and a couple other people piling in the room. I'm Raymond Foster, immediate past president, president of the foundation, and the Zoom master, which is why I look busy.
We appreciate you, all the work you do, Raymond. Mike Wallace, how's everything today, sir?
Uh, Very good. Mike Wallace, I'm the president of Better Home Financial. Yeah, been a busy morning, but I'm happy to be here with everybody, with all of you.
All right, thanks, Mike. If any other Rotarians sneak in during our presentation, we will give them an opportunity to introduce themselves after our speaker, which is why we are all here. Our speaker today is Rich Salon. Rich is a distinguished member of the Rotary Club of Goochland County in District 7600 with 8 years of dedicated service to Rotary. Rich currently holds the esteemed position of Area 18 Governor for the fourth consecutive year. Additionally, he serves as the Innovative Club Advocate for District 7600 and Innovative Member Pathways Advocate for Zone 33, spanning from Pennsylvania to South Carolina. Beyond his Rotary endeavors, Rich is a seasoned human resource leader, affectionately known as Rich the HR guy. He leverages his expertise to enhance the employee experience across organizations, regardless of hierarchy. Moreover, Rich extends his passion for empowering individuals by serving as a career transition coach, guiding professionals nationwide towards their desired career paths. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Rich Salon. Rich, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Steve. Again, congratulations to you for being elected club president this year. I had the opportunity to do it about 4 years ago and it was one of the best years of my life.
Thanks very much.
So what Steve didn't share with you is that I am also a recovering Californian. Yep, I said it. We moved from California to Virginia, currently living in Goochland, Virginia. I also live in North Carolina. We go back and forth. But we made the trek back in 2006. We lived in the Corona Norco area for about 13 years. And my employer at the time up and moved me all the way to Goochland, Virginia, which is a country suburb outside of the Richmond area. I guess it really is a combination of Norco, Orange Park Acres, and Villa Park, kind of all rolled into one. Very, very unique very unique community. And like Steve said, I've been a Rotarian for 8 years, and I found it kind of late in life. But to me, it's been a game changer. And I still state that the best times are ahead of us. I'm really proud of the work we've done from 1905 present. It's been a lot of great stuff, but we still have a lot of great stuff out there. So the theme of my presentation, it's called One Size Fits One, Innovative Abilities with Rotary Clubs. But to get to my points, I got to take you back to a mere 1905. 1905, when Rotary was formed by Paul Harris and three other gentlemen in Chicago. Each had four different professions. They had their own separate offices. They created Rotary as a networking opportunity. So that was the first invention of Rotary. Well, two pretty sizable changes happened within the next several years. The first one is morphing from networking or business networking to service orientation. And then also, we actually went to foreign countries by 1911. And here's why I remember that. 1911 is the year we went to Ireland. And one of the things unique about that move and that time period was, while Rotary was invented in 1905 under the concept of men only, vocational classification restrictions, one doctor, one financial planner, one attorney, one of each, no more, and rigid attendance standards. 1911 in Ireland, somebody actually made a proposal. Why don't we allow women into Rotary? It's a great question. It did not occur at that time in 1911, but that was the first movement. It wasn't until 1989 when Rotary finally changed its charter and made it official after verbal announcing the prior year, 1988. Women are now allowed to join Rotary clubs worldwide. And I can't help but think, but some of y'all have been to this club called the Rotary Club of Duarte, California. Bet a lot of you have met Sylvia Whitlock. Remember that club? Well, guess what? Sylvia started that ball rolling. Sylvia was one of the three women installed against the rules for the Rotary Club of 1977. So she's a wonderful person. I'm sure she's probably been to your club 1,000 times as well. Trivial that Duarte and San Dimas just happen to be down the road from each other. So pretty big change in the early 1900s from networking to service, and then to go international. And then it took a long time, 1911 to 1989, finally allow women in. And somewhere along the way, it was probably after 89, I don't have the date, Rotary dropped the classification systems, where classification requirement, where you can only have one attorney and one doctor, one whatever. Sometime they dropped that. And then it was about in 2016, the Rotary eliminated the rigid attendance requirements. I mean, my Hogan Club, well, before I joined, if you miss 4 meetings straight, you were kicked out of the club. Gone history, gone your history sayonara, enjoy a nice life. It is what it is. So Rotary finally make that change. Because remember, in 1905, Rotary was founded under what I call kind of a cookie cutter. One size fits all. This is the rules. Here's the box. Here's the box the clubs play in. And that's what Rotary was. But again, over time, beginning with the elimination of the classification systems, after women were allowed in Rotary, killed the attendance requirements, the Rotary began to look at changes. And Rotary is kind of morphed from a one size fits all, stay in the box, to a one size fits one. And I can use that San Dimas Rotary Club down the road from the Duarte Rotary Club. There's no motive in the world for those clubs to copy themselves, operate like each other, mirroring. So that's kind of Rotary's new outlook. And I was thrilled to understand that there's a satellite club in the San Dimas Rotary, because I didn't know that until one of the team members made the introduction. I think that was either you, Glenn, or you, Michael, because I want to really touch on 2 points. It was around 2013. The Rotary really, really realized there are too many barriers to membership. Okay. And what that was cost, time, a weekly meeting, a lot of barriers. So the concept of the satellite club was born. And what the satellite club is, says that it's a club within a club, and any club can have a satellite club after they've collected a minimum of 8 members. By the way, out here in Zone 33, we advocating don't charter till you get 12 to 15. I'll save you the story on that. But anyway, the satellite club model has been Rotary's kind of bread and butter the last several years to grow the number of members, especially here in North America. You know, when I joined Rotary in 2015, we were 25%. North America was 25% of Rotary's total population. Now it's down to 16%. So we're having some challenges in North America, predominantly the United States. Okay, I said it, it is what it is. We continue to lose quite a few more members than we gain. My zone right now, we're looking like we're going to end up with 250 less members less on a population of about 22. No, it's more than it's more. It's 1,000. A thousand clubs. My numbers are off, but anyway, we're going to end up in the red again. We're going to have fewer members than when we started. So the satellite club concept, and I applaud you for it. A satellite club can take on same one size fits one. It can be a cause-based club. Could be an illness, a disease. Could be an interest-based club. Somebody's just a bunch of canoeing diehards, or a bunch of golfers, or somebody that's in the same profession. It could be a vocational club. It could be a young professionals under 35 club. The sky's the limit. In fact, you guys may have heard about this new concept that we created out here in North Carolina within our zone. It's called the Impact Club. And we've actually been given a stage president of every Rotary conference over the last 5 or 6 years because of it. The Impact Club was created in North Carolina, and they opened 2 clubs. And these clubs, they're satellite clubs, but they got 80 to 85 members each club in the first year. Let that sink in. Brand new club, 80 to 85 members in year 1. How did they do it? Very simple. No meetings. We have an Impact Club model. It is a no meeting club, which means no meals, less non-productive service time. It's alive and well. It's growing very, very well, the Impact Club, because a lot of people don't want to sit in meetings. So to conclude on the satellite club, the gloves are off. Every club is authorized, empowered to create a satellite club. One of the clubs in my group is actually trying to formulate 2 right now at the same time. So you can have multiple satellite clubs as far as I can see as well. And again, with the satellite, you could have the left brain, right-handed chemical engineering satellite club if you had a bunch of people that are left brain, right-handed chemical engineers. Get 8 or more and you're gold. Again, the sky's the limit, and how they operate will be determined by the club. They may get guidance from the district. They may create their own guidance, their own rules. Okay, so satellite clubs are alive and well. It's a great opportunity. So here's the other thing that came around. It was about 8 years ago, around 2016. Through Rotary, we were formed on 2 membership concepts. You have an active member, which is a dues paying member, okay? And you have the honorary member. An honorary member is a non-dues paying member. It's somebody typically reserved as a prior active member, often reserved for a past president or a long-term service member or a really generous member who doesn't want to continue their membership. And obviously there's no attendance requirements. Oh, and they don't get the magazine either. So active member, dues paying, honoring. Rotary came up with an idea that why handcuff the clubs? Why not give them the autonomy to create their own membership types? And let me tell you what some of the clubs have done. So some of the club have created a family member. Okay, and that's an adult family member of an active member. They can make that classification dues paying or not. Okay. I don't know if you have Club Runner or DACDB, which system y'all use, but they're still, Rotary only officially recognizes active and honorary. So if you want to invite the spouses and the adult children in and you don't want to charge them, you want their hands, make them honorary. Check that honorary box. No dues is charged. So my home club did that. My home club is about 65 active members and 20 honorary. Of the 20 honorary, 15 are family members. And we see those 15. They don't pay dues. We get their hands. And that's what we want. We want their hands. We don't need their money. Okay, it's okay they don't pay dues. Another classification is called the corporate membership. You could have multiple people from the same company corporation, and the club will determine what that package looks like. My club, we have corporate, and you have one corporate and active member minimum, and they can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 secondary members who don't pay dues. Again, it is one size fits one. The service member is a popular true part-time member. And some clubs say, if you'll come to one meeting a quarter, you pay dues, and you give us at least 20 hours of service in a year, you are an active member under our service. You can have young professionals classification. You can have a passport member passport member, which I love the concept, because then you go to different clubs for months at a time and come back periodically. So the club type, the membership types within Rotary, very similar to the satellite clubs. Okay, I'll use that. If you had a group of left brain, right-handed chemical engineers, 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, and they say, we want to join our club. We don't want to attend your meetings. We want to attend your meetings once every 2 months. Well, great. We'll bake in the rules and we'll create a left brain, right-handed chemical engineering membership type. You're not going to find it in the database, Club Runner DACTV. Guess what? At some point, you're going to manage it by way of a spreadsheet. Okay? When you go into your database, active or honorary, you don't see it. You don't see the membership type. Guess what? Click active for dues paying, honorary for non-dues paying. Look, my daughter is 32. The year she was born, she was projected to live past the next century, our next century. 50% of the girls were in Japan and the United States, born in 1992, were expected to live and witness 3 different centuries. One thing, and I hope my daughter does that. I hope she does witness 3 different centuries in her lifetime, which means she'll live to at least 108. But along the way, if that happens, even if she dies a little bit short of that, she will likely witness the last Rotary Club close in the United States. There's been an analysis done that, we lose members at a pretty aggressive level. There's going to come a time, and it's not that far off. I won't see it happen. Okay. A lot of us on this call will not witness that. But, some of the people on this call may witness the last Rotary Club closing in the United States. And here's the angst. We are doing some great community work. We've seen polio outbreaks decrease. We're doing some phenomenal job with water in underdeveloped countries. Each of us knows that a quarter of the world's population does not have access to managed water, and we're doing some about it. We have so much upside. And by the way, one of the changes that I was happy about occurred 2 years ago when Jennifer Jones became president of Rotary, the first female, and Stephanie Ernchek was installed 2 days ago as our Rotary International president. It took us a while to award the presidency to a woman, but we got there. The net is, here's the requirements of your Rotary Club and any other Rotary Club. You have to have a charter. You have to pay dues, okay? You have to pay dues to Rotary International into the district. You got to have a club president. Thanks again, Steve, for stepping up. And that club president has to attend PETS training, which is about a day and a half. If you remember those four, that's all you have to do. Oh, and don't go rogue with the Rotary image, the rotor. Don't go hog wild with that. Don't try and reinvent that. But the Rotary clubs, their hands are no longer tied. So we're asking every club, think outside the box. What can we do to attract more members, retain more members, remove barriers to membership within our club? And it's not about the numbers, and it never should be. It's about the community impact. But the secret to the community impact is the hands in the club. It's safe to assume, and people way smarter than me can validate that, the more hands, the more service. Get the hands in the club, inspire them, provide the direction, and guess what? Magic happens. That's it. That's all I got to say. Rotary is one size fits all. It is a one size fits all and one size fits one environment. One size fits all hurt us for a long time, but we're spinning out of this. Really is a one size fits one. And it is so good to meet my newest friend, Raymond Farmer, by the way. Hello, Raymond. Anyway, any questions I can answer?
Well, first, Rich, thanks very much for taking time, especially the day before a holiday. I'm sure you got things to do. Um, I really, we take a lot of pride, our club, in the fact that I think 2+ years ago, may give or take, maybe 3 years ago, we were at about 12 members, and with the addition of the satellite club, we're now near 30. So while several clubs are struggling through a decline, which is understandable, really through Raymond's leadership and interactions with the community, people seeing the good works that we do, we're actually growing, which is wonderful. But the thing that you brought up today that we have not taken advantage of is the idea of the honorary member. We really like that. Under Casey's presidency, we started something called Friends of Rotary, which is, hey, I don't really have the time or energy to be a part of the club, but I love what you're doing, so here's some money. So that's great, but the hands-on part is what we do, especially a club in a small city like we're in. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. I think that's fantastic. Also, just as an aside, I live right on the border of Corona and North. So small. Do we have any questions for Rich?
Not a question, but it's just so good to hear the flexibility of Rotary and how you can customize the type of membership while still keeping a focus on the positive impact that most Rotary clubs or all Rotary clubs want to have on their community.
Thank you, Marilyn. I appreciate that. In fact, I can tell you my wife is, she was the first family member. I was the one who designed the new program, the new membership types. She coincidentally was the first one. we're a morning club. We meet at 7:30 in the morning. My wife's sleep pattern is about 3:30 a.m. to about 11 a.m. So the active membership was not going to work for her. She became a family member type. She gets up once a quarter to go to a meeting, occasionally twice a quarter, and goes home and goes back to sleep. And then, but she does a lot of service, and she's well known throughout the club as a club as a club member.
That's great.
Great.
Yeah, I think, back to Marilyn's point, one of the things I think that has helped us, and I'm sure has helped other clubs, is the idea that it's not every club has to fit in this type of box. We can't be Pasadena's club that's 100 plus members, and has an endowment essentially. We have to be different, and finding our own identity has allowed us to be so much more effective as a club and within a community.
And I would,
Go ahead, Raymond.
I just wanted to let you know two things, Rich. First is our satellite club. According to Rotary International, when we formed this up, we broke a lot of rules. And it's the first, I know, no, they'll tell you here, I got nasty emails from Rotary International. But it's the first Rotary Club ever founded without a geographic designation in its name. So it's the Satellite Rotary Club of Military Family Support. And it only had two founding members that were actually in our district, which is another headache we had to get over because it's an e-club in essence, although it was initially started out as a hybrid. And lastly, I think the satellite club has been successful for us because Rotary is too difficult. It's so pervasive and so huge, and it's difficult to pitch to people to get them to understand. But a single issue satellite club that can focus in on its mission is easy to tell people about and easy to get support for. Because when you tell somebody you're a Rotarian, what they see is their grandpa sitting in a restaurant, listening to a speech and having a whiskey sour, which is difficult.
That's the one I want to join.
It sounds like fun to me, actually.
And in fact, it just, I would say, as recent as a year ago, we were taught and told that a Rotarian, you have to be an active member to be considered a Rotarian. And that was, I heard that too many times, and I challenged that a little bit. And this is coming from Rich, the HR guy. People in your district might shoot me. But we're all Rotarians. We're all members of Rotary International. If we're an active member, an honorary member, or a Rotaractor, now we're all members. So we all should be considered Rotarians because there was that stigma. They're not Rotarians. See what happens, and I know Steve and Raymond, if anybody's been in the president's seat, what gets published is the statistic, is the active members. It's not that Rotary does not recognize honorary members. It's only wired to recognize active members. That 1.4 is active members. Your district could go up like 600 honorary members, this year, which would be phenomenal. But you never find that 600 on a Rotary spreadsheet. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it's the active members. So there's a lot of inspiration, almost said pressure, a lot of inspiration to add extra members and get members and add more and add more and add more. One day, I believe, me talking will be more refined in the how to measure community impact. Okay, we're great at raising money. We're great at having fun, and we eat terrific food. But measuring community impact, we're not there. We're not there yet as an organization, but we'll get there. Just something else to conquer.
Absolutely. Well, Rich, listen, we're so grateful for you to take time today. We wish you and your family a very happy 4th of July, and we look forward to communicating with you down the road.
Well, the next time you can see me, I think it'll be in person.
Looking forward to it.
My brother lives in San Diego. My daughter lives in Laguna Hills. My father-in-law lives in Tustin, and my in-laws live in Anaheim. So I enjoy coming to the area. So you never know if somebody shows up in a bright orange shirt, okay, you'll know it's me without even asking.
Very good. Thanks a lot,
Thank
Rich. Have a
you.
great day.
Good.
Yeah.
Signing out, guys.
All right. Take care. Okay, folks, let's move on. I know we had a couple people come in after the original introduction. I'm going to see if I can do this while she's not taking a bite of food. Margarita, are you with us?
I bet she's driving.
Bite of food, driving, you know, the usual. I am with you. Yes, I am here.
Excellent. Thank you. And thanks for making time. We appreciate it.
Of
And it looks
course.
like Casey is driving as well.
I am, and as my insurance agent, Steve, at least at some component, I won't look at the screen at all, but I'm glad to be here. Love where we're at as a Rotary, love where we're going, and happy to be pushing into more, and celebrating what we do together. Signing off on that.
Thank you, Casey. Since you're driving, we won't make you do the fines, but I am going to fine you $5 because when Rich said one of the 4 requirements for president was to show up to pets, I was waiting for some type of comment.
Oh, there were many, and I was late, so I didn't want to bring an unrespectful comment, and some I didn't know who Rich was, but oh yeah, there was a lot we could say.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, thanks for being here, Casey. We appreciate you making time. I will take the role of fine master today. Does anybody have anything they would like to fine themselves for today? Is something fine? Is something not fine?
Well, Marilyn, whatever you were going to find yourself, double it for talking while you're muted.
Thank you. So I was going to find myself $5, but I'm going to double it to 10 on Raymond's challenge because Steve sent over one of his favorite clients to me.
And I'm grateful that I was able to do so. Thanks, Marilyn. Anybody else?
So it
Sylvia.
is.
Oh.
Or mine.
Go ahead, Raymond.
No, go ahead, Sylvia.
Okay. I was gonna also find myself $10 because I'll be at tonight's farmers market. Make sure to stop by. It'll be very, very hot, but there's a lot of great food. So make sure to stop by the chamber booth. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Sylvia. And Raymond.
So I'm gonna find, I just gonna let everybody know it's the new year, so you've all got $125 in your fining bank, and I'm gonna take 5 of mine for a first birthday we had of my 8th grandchild, and that is the remnants of a rather large cupcake. So he had a good time.
Excellent. Thank you, Raymond.
I will. This is Mike. I'll find myself $10 because I was just installed last week as the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce in San Dimas.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mike. That's fantastic.
Well, I was going to say, so I wish you give you my condolences, but okay, congratulations is fine too.
I was too, but I was trying to. This is my New Year's resolution to try to be a little less cynical.
Because he's not busy enough, so
Yeah, exactly right.
to do.
That's the one thing I will say about our club is everybody is involved in a lot of different stuff, which is very cool.
I need to jump in on a fine. I'm going to fine myself $10 for not believing that Steve is going to be less cynical this year. I'm a man of faith, and I just don't believe it. I'll find
That's
myself
fair.
on that one.
That is absolutely fair, Casey. You're a wonderful judge of character. All right, moving on to Action 360. Raymond, what is going on with Feeding Heroes?
So we've just put this out. This is the updated flyer we'll probably be using. Note that it says down here, food drive to support Army, Navy, and Marine Corps families at 29 Palms Marine Corps Base, Camp Pendleton, and Fort Irwin. So what started out a couple of years ago for Marines is now got 3 branches of the military and 3 bases. The date up at the top here, September 28th, 2024. So this is where we are. I know, Mike, I got your email. I was going to respond. That's the only time I've got open, and I just need to push this flyer through. I really want everybody to take a look at it. Give me some feedback on this because this is the mailing that's got to go out very shortly. The rest of the food drive, other than getting boxes out there and stuff, is pretty much coming together. Also, we're working on the Marine Corps dinner. And I'm still in contact with LPU, looking at lunch and a Rotary Club. So things look really good. That's Action 360. And what else we got going? 2026, Sylvia, we will have a booth there tonight at the farmers market. So once you stop by and talk to Sylvia, we'll be in the grass area where the jumpers normally are. Come over and say hello to, I think it's Julia Panasati and Anthony Porter will be in that booth.
Hey, Raymond, do you mind emailing that flyer out?
I did, Mike.
I could. Oh, you did. Okay, great. Yeah, I'll review it and I will respond.
It's great.
If you don't have it in your inbox, let me know. I will send you a copy. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
That's the most important thing I need to get done, though, as soon as possible. But I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, let's take a look at the calendar.
Yeah. Now you are in communication with whoever the aide to the governor is, and you said they're looking at. Did you get a date yet?
No, I emailed him back Monday morning, and I have not heard back from him since.
So what we're gonna keep the board meeting date open, and if we're gonna try to convince them that needs to be a Zoom meeting, but we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, we have full meetings all the way through September, and they're great speakers. Coming up, we'll be focusing on Team Referral Network, Leading with Strengths, and then after that, we'll have the Jewish Federation, Training for Triumph. So these are all either toward running your own business or a local group. So looking good.
Fantastic. Thank you, Raymond.
Next week is the board meeting. If you like anything on the agenda, please let me know.
Absolutely. Okay, folks. Well, first off, I would like to wish everybody a very happy 4th of July. I hope everybody has a very safe and wonderful day. As an insurance agent, it's the holiday that scares me the most. 100-degree temperatures and fireworks are a very bad mix. So please be careful. Don't hurt yourself. Don't burn anything else. Don't burn anything down. But have a great time with friends and family. And we look forward to seeing everybody back next week for the board meeting.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve.